Good morning, Chuckle Cluckers! Setsuna Fox here. Don't worry, today we're having a very good day. And by good day, and everything else in between, we are playing Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. I have had my eye on this game for a while. I've wanted to play it. I've not so much play it. I've wanted to experience it. And unfortunately for me, that was slightly ruined when I saw Markiplier play it. And I watched his videos. And I know there's vastly huge numbers of ways for the game to start, and your choices are all very different. Everybody's choices are kind of different because the way the game handles it and the way the game plays by the developers themselves is very, very interesting. And I'm going to play it how I want to play it. I'm going to try to take all of the mindsets that I have from watching Markiplier's video and make it my own. And that's what we're going to do, because we're going to slay the princess. I kind of want to, even if she's evil, but you know, we'll find out. We'll see how my choices, we'll see what my choices are. We'll see. So let's go ahead and start. New game, chapter 1, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Ooh.
And at the end of that
wow,
path
my mouse
is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, audio's up all the way for me. Turn it up a little bit on my headset, maybe? Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But why? Explore the end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe she's the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. You consider that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. People of revolution. I don't know. I'm gonna question because killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
I mean, she's a
princess.
princess.
Much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress. If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Well, princesses do too. Have you considered I'm okay with the world ending? You know what?
Of course I haven't. Why would I
I'm
even
gonna ask
consider
it.
that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I plead the fifth. Okay, so explorer questions then. Okay. So explorer questions and then thanks for telling me what to do. Turn around and leave. Silently continue to the cabin. Do I get some sort of reward?
You'll have to slay her before you get it.
Although that's not a good reward. I should have gotten paid beforehand. Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
You don't make the rules. Who makes them? I have questions. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
I mean, would that really be a bad thing?
You have to put an end to her.
Just saying. But how can a princess locked away in the basement end the world? You know, very good question.
You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Who's we? Who's we in this equation? Do you have evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Really? Where's the clock?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
I am confused.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
So suspicious.
It's no use
don't
arguing
trust him.
semantics over a metaphorical
I don't trust
chicken or
myself
egg,
either,
because
so.
the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Well, there's two versions of slay. There's slay as in murder, and there's slay as in slay girl. Which one is it? Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing the job? Do you have any evidence to back that up? You know what? Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe... If she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. You know what? That sounds like a me option.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
That sounds like a me
But
option.
word
That's
of
a me.
warning.
That's definitely
If you
something
go
I
in
would do.
prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Really? Well, I've never had a good pull-out game. I haven't had the chance to, so maybe that's why.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Ah, that sounds like a you problem.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I will. I'm going to.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. This cabin?
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Voice of the hero. Sounds like me.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
But you're the narrator. Proceed to the cabin. Can't really do anything else, so let's go. I love the art
The
style.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table
Right there.
is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Do I have to? I don't want
You take the
to.
blade from the table. It'd be
And I'll
rather
bring it.
difficult to
I don't
slay the
agree with
princess
this.
and save the world without
Voice in my head. I don't agree with this voice in my head, but we're gonna take it. I don't
The
agree.
door to the basement creaks open,
Don't agree at all.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
Oh, light.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Well, I don't think she really lives here. Considering you did say she was trapped, so...
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Oh, did she say something? Oh, shit.
Who's there?
Oh, there she is.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Oh, shit. Really?
Don't let it fool you.
Careful.
It's all part of the manipulation.
Well, I mean... Just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here... I think I'm here to kill you. Oh, God, I want to pick that one just because... I'm just going to say hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any
I wanted to
visitors.
say that because it sounds
Come on
funny. It sounds like
down.
something I would say, but I don't know. I don't know.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Just one chain on a small little wrist.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I mean, is she? She looks beautiful to me.
Focus on the task at hand.
I am.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No. No, no. I'm just here to talk. Slow your nerves and step forward. I haven't decided yet. This was like the hardest decision. We're like 5 minutes into the game, and I'm already like, ugh, what do I to choose? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
That is true. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out
I'm gonna
of
drop
her
it.
trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment,
She is beautiful.
you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
This may be the worst decision I've ever made.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
I've heard that before.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
That is true. I shouldn't have brought the knife. Yeah, it is a pretty awkward relationship. Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
I'm gonna tell her that! It feels rude not to!
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You think?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Oh.
Just how long has she been down here?
You know, I gotta ask that question too.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Oh, shit. What did I just do? Okay, right mouse button apparently does stuff. What you so dangerous? That's smart. What are you going to do if I let you out? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me no, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am inclined to trust them. You know what?
Sooner or
We're
later,
throwing all of our
you'll
trust into the
understand that
princess.
I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
I don't trust the voice inside my head. It's usually very loud.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Oh, that's true. I still have a few more questions. Examine the chains. I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Could be.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
Shit, that is true, but...
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out.
That is
Anything
true.
to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Wait, there are other people here?
Is someone else
Let
here?
us out, goddammit! Explore. Hey, let me out.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! 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 Okay, well, that
You're
failed.
here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I'll have you know.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
We're very stubborn.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
All right, fine.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Yeah.
Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah. I was kind of a fuck up.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
You're gonna save her.
Against
Oh,
your
God.
judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive.
I forgot how
unyielding
graphic this
chain.
game is. Holy shit. She still looks adorable. God damn it.
You cut into her flesh.
I'm not gonna lie, the art for this game is beautiful. Like, it's horrifying that we're cutting her off. Cutting her arm off, but God, she's beautiful.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work
I
of
love
it.
the way they
Before long,
do
you
the
able to cut
eyes.
through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
I mean, would you if you've been trapped down here?
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Oh.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
I mean, would technically, yeah,
Thank
you would.
you.
You would be.
Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
What do you mean you can't let her escape?
As the princess approaches
Oh,
the
shit.
bottom stair,
No,
your
put it
body
down.
steps forward
No!
and raises the
Not my
blade.
waifu.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Slay the princess. Slay the princess. Warn her.
Stop that.
Never.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Yay!
Stop it. Stop resisting.
Never.
I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I will never stop resisting you, narrator person. Resist. We're gonna resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
Never!
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Very big conflict.
I'll make this quick.
Oh, shit.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Okay.
And then she slits your throat
Ow!
with an almost clinical ease.
How do you know what the word clinical means?
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Oh, God. She's still beautiful.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Now let's save. Because we just... Chapter 1. Alright.
You're on a path
Oh, shit, we're waiting.
in the
Back?
woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait, hasn't this already happened? I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. But I died. What am I doing here? Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My
That sounds like what I would say.
What are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
No, we haven't. We've met before.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't
Skeptic.
trust a word out of his mouth.
What happened to Hero?
There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember
Not
what
a
happened
hero.
last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world?
But you
at
haven't
large?
explained
I
why!
told you about the stakes of the
Or
situation
how!
less than a
Or
minute ago.
who? Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine.
No, they're
I'll
one
indulge
question
you
all
if
the
that's
same.
what it
Answer
takes
it.
to get you moving.
I keep forgetting I gotta click the button.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
No, I did listen to you.
The absolute irony. But that's one way to put it, I guess.
I mean, technically, yeah.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
There's 3 of us now.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
I don't know about that last part.
Sure you are.
Exactly, I agree with the skeptic.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
Hey, don't
If you're
mock
asking
me.
That, it sounds to me like
Only
you're
I
making
can
a
mock
dangerous
myself.
assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Does to me too.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Oh, world lines. Steins Gate. I watched too much Steins Gate recently.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
She got free, and she was able to save the world from you. Is my only thought process.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I don't believe you.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the 4 of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
Sounds suspicious, narrator man.
You're talking in circles.
He is.
No, I'm talking in facts.
I think circles is more appropriate. Let's talk about this
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? You know what?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is
believe
true.
you, bro.
And that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
He hasn't. He hasn't given us any proof. Why would we believe him?
What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
Pockets. Check your pockets.
Put your hands in your pockets
The
and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front. Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads,
And your
"The princess
handwriting.
will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
That is true.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes.
I don't
Please
believe
just
that.
trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
I don't know.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk.
I don't believe
I
that.
think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this
People
place?
locked her in that basement. And
Who
I
is the
told you
people?
What this place is. It's
What
a path
people?
in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
But I need to. I like overcomplicating things. If I don't overcomplicate things, then how am I doing it correctly? I'm not. I'm failing at my job. I'm making things more complicated than they need to be. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? You're being cagey. What aren't you telling
I
me?
told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
I don't. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is it falling on me, bro? Why
I'm
me?
not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
I don't like prophecies.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Because I'm bored? I don't know.
Yes, right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
That's all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Alright, we'll go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
I don't
she
know
will
about
do
that.
Everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I don't believe you.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
These voices literally sound like something I would hear in my head. Wink.
The interior
Oh,
of the
shit.
cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and...
Oh, hold on.
The only furniture of note is an iron
Sorry.
table bolted to the
fucked that
floor,
up.
a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
He didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I think you know what we have to do.
Oh yeah, we're... Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
Let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it.
He doesn't.
Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
True. Approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
True. We should definitely keep our eyes peeled. That mirror did not look... This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
I'm gonna get distracted by minor details. Just a forewarning, you guys. You know what? We're gonna... Alright, we'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
I'm gonna follow him for
It would
once.
be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement.
Oh, there's
creaks
torches.
open, revealing an old stone staircase.
Oh, it's stone.
A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Harsh.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Oh.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
That's a lot of
She
chains.
looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here.
Yeah, definitely would have to kill her to do that.
Hear yourself right now. Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Nah, it was on the table from the beginning.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Was it?
It was.
I guess it was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. You know what? Let's go sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
True. I understand that.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Exactly. Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
There we go.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before and I'm only... Am I the only one who remembers that? What happens after I died last time? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
She does remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Yeah. What does a skeptic mean? What do you mean by that, narrator?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
So you did know.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just... good luck.
I love overcomplicating things.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods?
Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
I do agree. Why?
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And
I don't believe him.
maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Aww.
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
That is true.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
That's technically true.
Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right?
I'm gonna mess it up again.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
Agreed.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
Then why say it?
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I don't want to accept it.
I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
I'm a skeptic.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Oh shit. I forgot. We're talking in her head and she's just staring at us. What were you asking me about my intentions earlier? What did you mean by that? What happened after I died last time? What would you have me do? That other chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
That is true.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I really want to inspect the shackle. We're going to inspect
I
it.
wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Kind of.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Should we inspect the shackle? Should we not? Decisions. We're gonna inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Phone call. Sorry. Okay, so grasp pulled by the same odd magnetism where you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hand, snapping around your neck. Oh shit! Got my neck.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Ooh.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
We can be stuck with our waifu!
Yes.
Prison of the mind. Become your own jailer.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
We could. I mean, I think we're close enough to her that we can hold hands.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
True. So we're both stuck here. Do you know that was going to happen to me? So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Did you know that was going to happen to me? Oh. Wait in
You and
silence.
the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
At least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much.
Oh, the blade isn't that... Wait. Hold on. So the chain isn't that long? I mean, it looked like it was pretty long. We should be able to reach her and at least hold her hand. Can I not make first base? Or is it the starting field? I don't know what bases are.
She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
Exactly.
It just does.
I don't believe you.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
Okay, but I like you.
Still rude.
Continue to wait in silence.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
I mean, technically the princess should have died too, so...
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes.
Wait, where'd the knife
as you
go?
watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you.
Where'd the
both.
knife go?
Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then... And...
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
True, but we are still trapped in here.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Wait, what? What the fuck? But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Why did it take her away from me? I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we're even going to go about looking for her. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at that mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
No, we're going to look at it.
If there's even a her to find anymore.
Something... What took her?
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Approach the
I'm begging
mirror.
you, don't do this.
Spore, the mirror never scared you before. Ignore him. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin, and she is there? Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? A gift of fragile vessel? Are you with somebody to say the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Let her out of there!
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Oh.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
I mean, it hurts me. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
But she was beautiful. She was probably kind. Are you... Want somebody to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess? Or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I mean, kind of. It kind of does. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
And what if you don't let me do this to me? What if I don't let you do this to me? How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Oh. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
No! I want to remember you. Okay, make me forget. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I will never forget her. Ever.
You won't.
Did she just murder me? Or did she, like... What was the... I think it was Gark and You Die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Okay. Bring the prisoner to her.
You're
Trophy.
on a path in the woods.
You'll know it when you
And at
see
the
it.
end of that path is...
Okay, so... Did we just, like, restart? As in, like, from the beginning? Is that how the game works? I never paid attention beforehand.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. I think this is a good point to end it for the first episode. So, thank you guys for watching Slay the Princess. Because it was interesting. I'm going to continue on with more playthroughs. Because, I don't know, this was interesting. I'm looking forward to more of this. So, thank you guys for watching. Setsuna Fox, signing off now.